Why play Ashe Bot? Well, she brings tons of CC. She has high range attacks and abilities. Her global ultimate is game changing, and she provides a ton of vision. However, she is very squishy with no mobility, and she does bring less damage than some other hypercarry AD carries. Ashe's first passive is her basic attacks and abilities apply frost to enemies which slow them. In addition, basic attacks against enemies affected by frost are also dealt additional damage, scaling with your crit strike chance. Ashe's second passive is her critical strikes don't deal additional damage and they instead double the frost slow. Ashe's Q has a passive where her basic attacks grant her a stack. At 4 stacks, Ashe can then activate her Q to gain bonus attack speed, and her attacks fire a burst of 5 arrows. This ability can also be used as an auto-attack reset. Ashe's W is a cone skill shot which shoots a volley of arrows in a direction. Each enemy champion, even if hit by multiple arrows, only take the damage from one arrow, and any champion hit is also applied to the larger slow from the passive. Ashe's E is a global ability which sends out a bird to a target location. This grants sight of the area that it passes over, and upon reaching its destination it explodes, granting vision of the area for 5 seconds. Ashe can store up to 2 of these at one time. Ashe's ultimate is a global ability which is a skill shot. Upon use, it grants sight of the area it flies through, and upon hitting an enemy champion it deals damage and stuns them. The duration of the stun goes from anywhere between 1 second to 3.5 seconds, which is the longest stun in the game, and the longer the arrow travels before hitting the target is the longer the stun, with it maxing out around about 2 screen lengths. Enemies nearby the champion hit are also dealt 50% of the damage and afflicted with her passive. For combos, start with an attack into your W, then keep attacking until you can use your Q to auto-attack reset and then attack some more. And of course, if you have your ultimate available, start with your ultimate from as far away as possible. From here, walk up to the target with an attack into W and more attacks using Q to reset. For matchups, Ashe does great into immobile enemy carries who will struggle to avoid her ultimates and escape her slows. And she can struggle against champions who can stay out of her range or win the all-ins. For runes, take this. Lethal tempo with approach velocity makes her brilliant. For build order, start Blade and Pot into Kraken Slayer, tier 2 boots and a Triforce. After this, a Hurricane and Bork are great pickups before finishing a build with any of these as needed. For skill order, start W then Q then E before maxing W then Q then E, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Ghost. Starting the game, you are the AD carry, so your main focus is going to be on farming to scale into a late game beast. And one of the easiest ways to do this is by poking efficiently and taking good trades. Always look for opportunities to poke your opponent. Whenever they go to farm with your long range attacks, look to attack into a W if possible. When going for trades, you're really going to be spamming out attack after attack. If it looks like you're losing the trade, your long range and all your attacks applying a good slow tend to allow you to disengage. And if you're winning, the slow combined with approach velocity allows you to easily chase down your opponents. When you hit level 6, not only does your ultimate deal great damage, but the stun allows incredibly easy follow-ups. So look to land it and convert it into a quick kill to get tower plates or dragon. Entering the mid game, you want to take your tower as soon as possible and rotate mid. This will put 2 strong champions in the center of the map for easy sieging and easy roams. Entering late game teamfights, you can place your teams engage. Landing your ultimate onto something important allows your team very easy follow-up. And if you can use this to get a pick before the fight even starts, a 4v fight is always far easier. Otherwise, play as the backline hypercarry, spamming out tons of damage and slows over the enemy team. Keep attacking anything in front of you, as you will cut through both tanks and squishies alike. And use your ultimate to ensure something dies or to protect yourself.